in the curriculum site, we've gone over the presentation. Here's your first assignment. Okay? Elements and principles flashcards. All right? The challenge here is I want you to be creative. Okay? I want you to come up with something that represents each of the elements and principles. And I'm going to show you exactly how to set up the file. All right? But the key is to be creative. So how are you getting graded? Right now, I don't have this on Google Classroom. I apologize. I will put it on Google Classroom in a moment. Here's how you're getting graded. Okay? So this is how you're going to earn your points. Making sure that all the elements and principles are recognizable. There's a lot of creativity involved. The quality in terms of the final product. And then the specs. Specs are this. Right here. The only thing that really drives me nuts when students hand an assignment is when the assignment is an absolute positive 100 until I go back and look at the specs and realize they didn't have all the specs. You only have a couple of specs, really. Okay? Label it and have it all in one file. So we'll be able to set that up. So you won't lose any points there. All right? But your assignment is, so let me show you here. This is, I think this is, oh, that's the principles. Here's some elements flashcards. Now, these lost points, because they're not labeled down here, I need you to label it in the bottom left-hand corner. All right? So, these are representing the elements of design. You'll notice I don't need anything incredibly well drawn here. You certainly may if you would like. All right? You certainly may if you would like. Ideally, I'd love to have this done by Thursday. These won't take too long. You basically have 4.5 hours every day with me. This should get done by Thursday, I would think. Okay? Miles, question?
So do we do one card for each slide?
Yep, I'm going to show you in a sec. All right? So this is just an example of what the elements look like. And here's an example of principles. You have access to all of this. All right? You have access to all of it. Here's some really cool ones. You notice Jillian's theme? Birds, which is kind of fun. You can do that if you wanted to. Again, I want you to push your creativity on this. But knowing that you don't necessarily have the skills yet in Illustrator to draw anything too crazy, all right? But you don't have to. All right? So Miles' question was, here's the deal. There are, and it's right here for you, there are 7 elements and 5 principles. So we're actually going to set up our Illustrator file together. Right? So if you go to Illustrator, you can close out the file that was open and just hit Don't Save. Everybody okay? Let me check with my remote crew. You guys okay too? Golden. All right, you're going to click Create New. Everybody doing this with me? Because this is how you're going to get your first set of specs. Over here on the size, the width will be 6. The height will be 4. And are you ready for it? On artboards, you're going to hit 12. And I'll leave that up there for you to see. So width is 4. Excuse me, I already screwed you up. Width is 6. Height is 4. And the number of artboards is 12. When you do that, hit Create and see what happens. Whoa, right? So, these are artboards. In Illustrator, you can have as many artboards as you want in a file. Right? This will be a lot easier, I think, than you having 12 separate files. Not only will it be easier for me, yes?
That didn't happen.
What didn't happen? What part? Did you have 12 artboards in?
No.
I'll come take a look in a sec. All right. So once you have this set up, I want you to go to File. I want you to go to Save. And I want you to type your name and then Elements, Principles. And that's not principals, that's principles. I did that about 4 times today. And then you're going to hit Save. Yep. That fixes that problem. I like easy problems, especially on a Monday that's a Tuesday. Okay? Everything you save, get into the habit of saving it with your name and the project name. Because one day you're going to come to me and go, I can't find my file. And I'm going to go, what did you name it? And you're going to be like my wife, who has an MP3 collection, 3,000 of them that say untitled. Which part? This part? When you go to File, Save, and type your name in, Elements, Principles, and you hit Save, the next window that pops up is this. And then you just hit OK. So this is your file. All right? Out there. All right? This is your file. So now, you're going to begin by starting with the elements of design and figuring out how you're going to represent those with just image and creation. Okay? Does anybody have any questions? Now I'm going to stop talking, thankfully, and in 10 minutes we're going to go take a mass break. All right? I'll be around to help anybody. Get to it.